Here he has brought several of the Seattle University Redhawk baseball players out. He's talked to them. But his college coach, Donnie Harrell, isn't here tonight. He wanted to change up the mojo because he had come here the last couple of times. Said, you know what, Tarik lost those games. Instead, we're going to hold a house party tonight and watch from home instead and cheer him on that way. 2-2 pitch to Crawford, fouled back. Don't tell me baseball players aren't superstitious. Another 2-2. Waved on and missed. Got him with the fastball that time. That is now 4 strikeouts for Tarik Skubal. The first time through the order.
Well, he's done a good job. Tarik Skubal, the emergency hack double by Josh Naylor and then the funky stolen base is what's led to the Mariners having this lead. The key is, though, that pitch count for Tarik Skubal is already on at 43, and we're only 2 1/3 in. The Mariners are doing a nice job of having deep at-bats and not punching out on 3 and not making early contact for outs.
The discussion was around Skubal. Listen, he can go 7, he can go 8, he can even go 9. He's thrown a shutout this year, but he hasn't often gone over 100 pitches, only a few times, including in the wild card series. There's another strike.
Well, just like they did to Jack Flaherty, they're making him work tonight with foul balls. They have 14 foul balls in 45 pitches.
Wow. 1-2 pitch is popped back in our direction. Tom Verducci is down to the field with more.
Yeah, these death by 1,000 cuts, right? 20 foul balls in game 2, already at 15 here. And Skubal is a guy, he came out in game 2 on 97 pitches in a tie game. He was gassed. He's a high-energy, high-velocity guy.
Whoa, broken bat, shattered it as that one went towards short. Christopher Negron had to be ready to grab the ball as that bat went flailing into the outfield. Just sawed off a Rosarena.
And I think that's the way you got to be in the playoffs. If you're a high octane guy like this, look, give me every single thing you got for as long as you can go. We're not holding anything back. Just blew him up inside right there. Look at the bat. But your team needs everything you got. You can't save anything for the later innings and give up a crooked spot. You got to give it everything you got, every single pitch. And when they take the ball from you, you give it to them.
1-2 on a Rosarena, out in front of a changeup. And to juggle the helmet as he goes down swinging. That's 6 strikeouts. All but 1 have come on the changeup. The 2 up and 2 down for Cal Raleigh. The type of matchup you hope you see at the ballpark. Cy Young Award winner from last year against the potential MVP in Cal Raleigh. A lot of discussion around him and New York's Aaron Judge. Raleigh a 60 home run season as a catcher. Skies one foul. It's incredible history. He surpassed Salvador Perez for the most home runs by a primary catcher this year. The old record was 48. He surpassed Mickey Mantle for the most home runs by a switch hitter. And then he passed Ken Griffey Jr. for the most home runs in a single season by a Seattle Mariner. Incredible year for Raleigh. He watches one high, 2-1.
That slider pitch right there, he made a lot of mistakes with that the first start against Seattle in game 2. He's leaving it up. He needs to bury that if he's going to throw it into these righties.
Another high leverage count, 3-1 yet again on Raleigh. Skubal comes home. Raleigh pops it up foul, 3-2. Another foul ball.
I talked to Jake Rogers early. He really likes him to throw that slider back door for takes, and then if he's going to throw it in, he's got to throw it back foot to the righties and not so much up in the zone like he's used it so far this series.
Jake Rogers was the main catcher for Skubal last season. Dylan Dingler has been the main catcher this year for Detroit. Dingler and Raleigh, two outstanding defensive catchers this season. Got him with that fastball. 101 miles an hour from Skubal to put away the potential MVP. He strikes out.
By Josh Naylor in that key at bat. What do you see?
Well, just some long at bats, and now he's punched out 7 of 9 outs. So anytime you have that and some long foul balls, you're going to find yourself with some deep counts. So they're making him work, but he's responding.
See, George Kirby gets the out there on another slider. We've seen a lot of those tonight. Does he look different tonight than he did in game 1?
You know, his velocity's up a little bit, so it's got a little bit of hover to it where it's harder than even his normal slider, it feels like, which stays up a little bit and starting to jam some of our lefties. But he's throwing a ton of strikes, but our balls are going in play, and we're making some outs.
Thanks, AJ.
You got it.
He gets the first out on Riley Green. And now faces the right-hander Torkelson, who struck out on a fastball in the first. No swing, says our first base umpire tonight, Nate Tomlinson, who's making his playoff debut in this series. There's another slider. We've seen a heavy dose of that, AJ, so far.
Well, that's what he's been doing. That's what I said. The scouting report was if you're a Tiger fan and you're a Tiger hitter, you're going to get a lot of these sliders. They've been effective, like AJ Hinch said. They just, other than Carpenter, they've had a hard time. They put them in play. They just haven't gotten any hits. And You see right here, 26 sliders.
Jeez.
I mean, if that ain't the scouting report and you don't know it by now if you're a Tigers hitter, you better figure it out real quick.
2 balls and a strike on Torkelson, who swings and launches it towards left, but Arozarena is there for out number 2. Back to the 3rd inning when he faced Javi Baez.
Yeah, watch what he does right here. First pitch, Javi's super aggressive first pitch, and then another one up in the zone. But watch this 3rd one. This is the one I love. You see how much that sucker broke? It started on the outer 3rd and broke a foot off the plate.
It's been a great strikeout pitch all year for Kirby, who faces Colt Keith. Deals a ball. That's one of the things about Kirby. He has always, in his career, been around the strike zone. It does make him susceptible to some home runs. He's given up 72 in about 113 starts. The 1-0.
But so far, like in that graphic right there, nothing was in the middle. It was all up and in, and it was all down and away. And that's the way he's kind of been. And that's when he was so effective. Game 1 was when he was up and in, when he was down and away.
Down and in that time, and Keith went around. It's 2 balls and a strike.
But it's so late. That sword that he just got right there, the ball, he thought that was going to be one of those nasty ride back sinkers, and it got about halfway and just darted the other way.
Strike 2.
That's the X game right there. I call that the X game because it gets right to a certain point in the throw, and it either goes left or right. You don't know if it's going which way. It could be really tough to cover.
2-2 pitch. Oh, that went inside and got a piece of Colt Keith. Lost a curveball that time, did Kirby. And he puts a base runner aboard with 2 outs in the 4th. Got him right on the shoe top there.
The outside of the foot, there's a little, he has the shin guard, the foot protector, but there's no protection when it hits that bone on the outside of the foot. That stings.
Yeah.
You see Kirby's frustration because he knew he had him set up for that back foot slider, and he just yanked a little bit of a curveball there. And the Tigers got to figure out a way to score some runs. I mean, you can talk about Skubal. They haven't scored a run in the first 4 innings the entire series.
All 18 runs have come in the 5th or later in this set. There's a strike to McKinstry. In fact, of the 27 Detroit runs in the postseason, counting the wild card series, 24 of them have come in the 5th inning or later. Kirby to the first-time All-Star Zach McKinstry, who takes a pitch off the plate and a little high.
I know he just got hit in the foot, but is there any way you put this guy in motion right here? AJ trying to get him the 2 outs to second base?
No, Keith can't run. Keith can't run like that. No, absolutely not. There he goes.
He takes off. Raleigh's throw down to second. Tag not there. He's safe. He tried 2 stolen bases all season. He was 1 for 2. And in the biggest game of the year, Colt Keith, after getting smacked in the foot, tries to steal second base. We have a review, though.
Seattle is challenging the state call at second base.
This will be a replay review. It is presented by Zoom. I mean, that is about as perfect of a throw right to the glove of J.P. Crawford, and this is going to be an interesting call.
Well, this is why Cal Raleigh wins platinum gloves, because he can make throws like this. That's about as bang as you can get. He's out, though. His foot hasn't hit the base, and the throw leads the tag right into the runner.
AJ, I mean, that's an A-plus throw right there, because J.P. Crawford sticks his glove on the bag, or in front of the bag, and barely has to move it.
Yeah, he's out. This should be quick. But that's why I didn't think you run, because there's numerous reasons. Yes, you want to get him into scoring position, but also you don't want to give the Mariners an out. You got a chance, and if you're the Tigers, you want to get to the top of the order as many times as possible. You can't give them an out right there.
Alan Porter with the call.
Call the field is overturned. Runner is out.
chanting MVP for Cal Raleigh, not only for his offense, but for his exceptional defense. Colt Keith, and here's Julio Rodriguez. First pitch swinging against Skubal. Tarik Skubal struck out the side in the third, including Raleigh on a fastball. But it took 18 pitches. In fact, it took 18 pitches to get through each of the first 3 innings tonight. You got Rodriguez on a changeup in the first, one of the 7 Skubal Ks. Rodriguez takes inside. Home with the 1-1. 2-1. Rodriguez fouls one away, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Let's go back to the steal attempt by Colt Keith and the cut down by Cal Raleigh.
Again, you want to win a platinum glove, you make throws like this. George Kirby's a little slow to the plate, but that release, the transfer, and then the perfect throw. And let's give J.P. Crawford some credit. Look at that transfer. Let's give J.P. Crawford some credit. He lets the ball travel, and it travels right into Colt Keith's leg, and that's why he's out.
That's probably hard to catch that ball when you know he's sliding right into your glove at the same time, isn't it?
Absolutely, but that's what they're taught to do now. Don't go get the ball. The ball travels faster than you can tag. And by the way, one of the best stats I've ever seen, 0 pass balls and over 1,000 innings caught. That's incredible.
Payoff pitch to Rodriguez, who's out in front of the changeup. Second straight time that Rodriguez has been a little out in front. That great speed mix, and it's 8 strikeouts for Skubal, but it's another 6 pitches to get to that strikeout.
Tarik's doing a great job in those big moments and that 3-2 counts and 3-1 counts, but it's not great that he keeps getting into those 3-2, 3-1 counts. The Mariners batters are really working him.
One away for Polanco, who launches it down the left field line towards the pole, and it's foul. Oh, he almost got him again, and even Skubal had to let out a sigh of relief.
I mean, at some point, AJ, you got to just throw changeups down the way to this guy, right?
Yeah. That was just a whiff. That was a miss. He's trying to throw a fastball up and away, and he throws it. He yanks it down and in. Skubal's thinking, I don't want to miss there again.
Polanco got him twice on Sunday in Game 2. The 0-1 outside on that changeup. Jorge Polanco, a huge signing for Seattle, coming back after injury issues last season. Jerry DiPoto opted to bring him back on a one-year deal. It's paid dividends. There's the changeup, though, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, if I'm pitching and I keep trying to come in and I'm not making the pitch, sometimes pitchers or hitters have your number as a pitcher because you don't throw them good pitches. And the 2 home runs in the first game were not good pitches. So sometimes you have those guys, but you got to make an adjustment. Now you just got to do stuff down away from him, down and in.
Polanco fouls it away on a fastball.
But down being the key point right there.
Skubal almost 200 innings tossed this year for A.J. Hinch. Led the American League in ERA with a career-high strikeout number at 241 this year. Just an incredible 2-year stretch for Skubal where the Tigers have gone 42-21 in his starts. He's got a 2-2 pitch to Polanco. And it's fouled back.
Another deep count, though. Another deep count.
Yep.
66. Just keep watching that number. I don't know what the number is that A.J. Hinch will let him go to, but if it stays 1-0 and he's still in control, you could see that climb to a 120-ish, maybe 110.
There's one guy in the league that you might trust to go that high at Skubal. And he gets Polanco on the changeup down and away.
Well, he's punching out everybody. He's punching everybody's ticket. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. But it's just taking him a while. It's not 1, 2, 3. It's 6, 7, 8 pitches. But he is punching out the world right now.
Yeah, there's not very many first pitch outs on that Mariners team.
Last 5 batters, all of them have seen 6 pitches during this strikeout stretch. Suarez waves and misses at 100.
It's not that they're not swinging either. They just don't. His stuff is like, it's the most swing and miss stuff in the game.
0-2. So fastball, then changeup induces 2 swings from the swing-happy Suarez, who struck out the 5th most times in baseball.
And both of them are way off the plate. So right now you know you don't have to give him anything over the plate to swing at.
Well, along with those strikeouts being top 5, so are Suarez's homer and RBI totals this year. Hit 49 bombs. 0-2 pitch, fouled back.
I think it's too good right there. Don't you think, AJ's, you got 2 swings in a row. You know he's in swing mode. 2 swings in a row, way off the plate. Don't come on the plate for your 3rd one.
Well, he tried to go up and in at 100 like he did on the first pitch. So now he's got the changeup set up. He's going to try to go up and in again.
He goes with a fastball up and in, and he strikes out the side for the 2nd consecutive inning. 10 strikeouts through 4 for Skubal. The great Ken Griffey Jr. was part of those really great 1990s Mariners teams. Zach McKinstry is at the plate to face George Kirby to begin the fifth. The Mariners played in the first ever Game 5 of a division series in 1995. 30 years ago is when the division series format was introduced and implemented. They did it again in 2001 against Cleveland. That was the last time they went to the American League Championship Series. Detroit won the first 3 times they were in a Game 5 of a DS in 2011, 2012, and 2013. And then last year, went on the road in Cleveland, Game 5 of the division series. That big grand slam in the fifth from Lane Thomas turned around Game 5 for Cleveland en route to their spot in the LCS last year. 3-0 to McKinstry to start this fifth inning. Detroit trying to get some base runners. It's been the fifth inning and beyond where they've put up offense in this series. And now you're starting to get into the chess match as the left-hander Spire and the right-hander Matt Brash are both loosening up in the bullpen. McKinstry takes a strike, 3-2. Dingler's on deck.
Any base runner, I feel like Dan Wilson goes to the bullpen here. I just feel like this game obviously is so important, but these outs are so important. George Kirby's done a great job. And the new baseball, this is the new baseball with guys like Brash and Spire. Spires is up for Kerry Carpenter and his at bat, and then possibly Riley Green, depending on what happens there. But Brash is there. If there's any traffic, Dingler, Meadows, Baez, that's why he's up.
Yep.
So if McKinstry can get on, this could be the end right here for George Kirby.
Home with a payoff pitch to McKinstry. On the ground to the right side for Naylor. Kirby's over to cover and get the out. Look at the strike to ball ratio. That's fairly typical for George Kirby. Skubal has thrown 71 pitches. He has 51 strikes. A lot of that with all those foul balls as well. But they've been around the zone, if nothing else, when they've poured in these pitches.
Yeah, it definitely is where we've gotten today. It's absolute crazy talk. If you look at the way the game used to be played, the pitcher would have 55 pitches in the middle of the fifth with all those strikes thrown and strikeouts and be double barrel in the bullpen.
There's Dingler. Fouls one back. Tom Verducci, you can add.
Well, they're turning defense into offense, being so aggressive, but that's their DNA. George Kirby, the highest strikeout to walk rate in baseball history for a fourth-year player, and Tarik Skubal threw a higher percentage of strikes than anybody in baseball this year. He's at 71% tonight.
Good stuff, Tom. Dingler takes one upstairs. Kirby at one point set a major league record with 24 straight strikes to start a game. That was 3 years ago. And Skubal, one of the ultimate strikeout pitchers in the game. There's a 1-1. One goes the hitter's way. It's 2 balls and a strike.
One thing that him throwing all these sliders is to these Tigers, they're laying off the high fastball. Because he slowed them down so much, they're not even offering, and that was his pitch, right? So now he's just slider, slider, slider. And when he has thrown fastballs, they're taking them.
Just a couple of hits and a hit batter against Kirby so far. Cam shows you a 3-1, and it's foul.
Owie. That ball right there is a foot inside, but because he saw a pitch that he thought he could get to, Dylan Dingler attacks it. Now he's got options here. He can go up with the heater, which he did to Gleyber Torres, or he can throw the slider again, which nobody has hit yet, except for Carpenter.
Every pitch with such weight on it. Top of the fifth, 1-0 Seattle, and a 3-2 to Dingler. Got him.
Center fielder,
Well, I thought he was going to go slider right there, AJ, and I think maybe Dingler did too, and that's why this fastball up works so much. But he threw it on the plate too, so he had to offer at it. But look where that is. Still nothing in the middle. Paint up and away right there.
Here's Parker Meadows, who grounded out his first time. Meadows, a second-round pick in 2018, multiple injury list stints this year, but the fastest Detroit Tiger. There's a strong center field. He waves at that slider, 1-1.
All right, now thinking ahead a little bit, AJ. Do you give your guys a chance to score again, or are you bringing somebody in for Baez?
1-2.
Well, if Meadows doesn't get on, I think that he'll give Kirby Baez and then go to Spire for the next three guys. I think it's either this hitter. Now Meadows gets on, I think you see Brash for Baez, and if he doesn't, then I think you let Kirby handle Baez and then go to the bullpen.
1-2.
Sliders. This guy's the total package.
No. 10 punch outs in 4 innings and no walks. That's an incredible outing. The pitch count is up because of the deep counts, but still, I mean, you're looking up there going 1 run on 2 hits.
Naylor out towards left center, perfectly positioned as he often is, as Parker Meadows. That ends the streak of 7 straight strikeouts for Tarik Skubal. That is a new Major League Baseball playoff record.
And the first time, I think, in history, 10 punchies, no walks in 4 innings by any pitcher in postseason history. And he's losing, which is crazy.
Which just tells you how great George Kirby has been as well.
Here's Garver. Sends one down the right field line, fouling out of play.
You can tell they've changed their swings, man. They are not trying to get big. You can see that was almost like Naylor earlier right there, just trying to feed it to right field right there.
Here's that changeup.
I don't know why Garver got the first at bat. He got the sac fly. I really don't know why he didn't throw him another changeup. He rushed him a heater. You've seen the swings from Garver on the changeup.
Garver had the sac fly to get the scoring going. Still the lone run in this game so far. Skubal with the 10 strikeouts. He's only allowed 2 hits. One of them was the Naylor double in the second. He stole third, and then Garver with a fly ball brought him home. A 1-2 pitch. Postseason baseball, when the best pitchers in the game step up to the biggest stage. No bigger than a winner-take-all game here tonight. Kirby and Skubal dueling through 5 with 1 blemish against the 2 of them. The 2-2 to Garver. 3-2. Another full count. That pitch count creeping up to 80. Garver goes down swinging on a changeup. 11 strikeouts for Skubal today. We'll start your Saturday with a bang. Number 1, Ohio State rolls into Big Noon with phenom Jeremiah. Might have an eye on that ball game. The former Ohio State Buckeye and now Tiger catcher, who was there with Dominic Canzone, who's on the bench tonight for Seattle. Here's Robles. Ball 1.
That last strikeout, 4 straight changeups. He got him 0-2 really quick. Strike 2 was a changeup, and he threw 3 non-competitive pitches outside the zone, and he executed that last one perfectly.
Robles out in front. 1-1 on the change.
Well, he was just saying, I'm going to throw enough changeups until I finally get Garver to swing at one, which he eventually did. He finally threw a good one, and he got him out.
Two-one delivery. Waved on and missed on a fastball. 2-2. A chance to finish off another 1-2-3 inning for Skubal. It would be his 3rd straight if he can do it here. Another full count.
Did you see Robles right there? He scooted up in the box. He was going to take that changeup away from him on the 2-2 count. He scooted way up to the very front of the box.
Oh, wow, yeah. Shuffled it.
And if that had been over the plate, he would have had a good swing at it.
Payoff pitch. Robles lifts one out towards shallow right. In and to his left is Carpenter towards the line. And another 1-2-3 inning. Tossed by Tarik Skubal, who is keeping the Tigers in it as we go. 5. Josh Naylor, a double in the second, stole third on Skubal, and then Garver with a sac fly. That's the only run. Javi Baez, first pitch swinging and a base hit towards left center field. Over to cut it off is Rodriguez. Baez is looking for two. Play at second. He's safe. An aggressive Javi Baez goes right after Kirby and is in scoring position with the tying run. And we will see if Dan Wilson elects to take Kirby out and bring in the lefty Spire to face Kerry Carpenter.
Oh, he gone. He gone. But what a slide by Javi Baez. Polanco whiffs on him. He's safe at second. Aggressive base running. I love it. First pitch. Knew what he was going to get. A little slider. Javi Baez has been really good in this postseason.
So Baez has put Detroit in position to tie the game, and Dan Wilson is not going to let Kirby face Carpenter. Instead, it's going to be the lefty Spire, and George Kirby, getting the talking to from his manager, is going to get a great ovation here. Tying run in scoring position for Detroit.
All right, I got a couple.
second, and this is why A.J. Hinch put Kerry Carpenter at the top of the order for this moment to face Gabe Spire and still have an opportunity later.
And Hinch loves to pinch hit, but not here, because now Spire is off the board, and later on in the game, these will be at-bats against right-handed pitching.
Carpenter, first pitch, up and in under the hands.
And let's not forget, Riley Green, who's due up third, hit a blast off Spire 2 days ago in Game 4 that gave Detroit the lead. So Hinch is comfortable with this. They just need to figure out a way to get Baez at third and drive him in.
Carpenter swings and sends one out towards right center field. Rodriguez all the way back at the track. This ball's gone! Kerry Carpenter has done it again! He's given Detroit the lead in Seattle! He did it to Kirby in Game 1. He does it to Spire in Game 5. And the Tigers have the lead. Here's Torres. Tapper up the third baseline. Suarez, tough play. Nice play. Out number 1 in the 6th.
Well, I said earlier in the game when George Kirby kept Kerry Carpenter in the park, that was a win. This is the worst thing that Dan Wilson and the Mariners, the last thing I think they thought would happen. It's a little fastball away. Kerry Carpenter, he hit that so high. Look at Baez giving him love. When that ball went up, I didn't think it had enough. It just kept going and going, and George Kirby can't believe it.
Kirby knows that feeling. And now Spire against Green, just as it was in Game 4. This one, though, will go Spire's way and a ground out. 2 down here in the 6th inning.
George Kirby pitched incredible. He pitched absolutely incredible. And he's thinking, gosh, maybe they should have let me face Carpenter.
I could have done that. No, and it's hard for me to say this. So we're about to maybe have a change, but I think that was the right decision to pull your starter at 66 pitches or whatever it was. He just couldn't face Carpenter again, and you didn't think Carpenter was going to have that swing off the great lefty Spire.
Kirby can't believe it. I don't think Spire can either. Back-to-back games that the outstanding lefty has seen a left-handed hitter for the Tigers launch one for the lead. Carpenter in Game 5 has the Tigers in front in the 6th. Spencer Torkelson will face Matt Brash and take a strike.
If that ball's down, though, Adam, he can't drive it. He drives that down and away. It's a ground ball. It's something to the left side, but he doesn't drive it like that. But it's because it's up thigh high out over the plate like that. I know it's away from him, but he's so strong up out over the plate. You have to get it down to him.
Torkelson waves and misses at a slider, 0-2. Tarik Carpenter with a huge shot.
Everybody out there going, why did they take Kirby out? Why did they take Kirby out? He's 7 for 13, including 2 hits tonight with 5 homers. That was the matchup Dan Wilson wanted. That was the matchup Hinch was worried about.
Brash finishes off Torkelson, but Kerry Carpenter, who stepped up against Emmanuel Clase in the division series last. Fouls it away against Tarik Skubal, but Kerry Carpenter comes up yet again in the postseason, and he does it against a left-hander in Gabe Spire. Just Carpenter's 4th home run against a lefty this year. So as you guys both talked about, you understood the move, and AJ, you said in the break, I think both managers understood that this was probably the move that they were going to get. But what did you say after that? Kerry Carpenter?
It's baseball.
He won.
He won the fight, and he won the fight because it was the right matchup. Everyone's saying, oh, I had 66 pitches. Why is Kirby out of the game? It was the matchup Dan Wilson wanted. It was the matchup A.J. Hinch thought they'd get. It was the matchup why Kerry Carpenter's hitting leadoff for that exact matchup and to get Spire off the board.
All right, now let me give you one other alternative.
He made a mistake.
Okay.
Gabe Spire made a mistake, and Kerry Carpenter made him pay.
But let me give you one other alternative. Javi Baez was at second base. You had first base open. Do you stick with Kirby and walk Carpenter to set up the double play?
Nope.
Here's Arozarena.
Because you're not letting Kirby face Riley Green again.
But he's over. I mean, Riley Green does not have those kind of numbers off him, though.
Doesn't matter. He's not letting him face it just because the way baseball is played now, it's all about matchups. And matchups now are all about left versus left, right versus left, right versus right, whatever it is. And then he was on third time through. And just the way it works. It is right or wrong. I'm not arguing that. It's just the way baseball is today.
Arozarena very late on a fastball, and it's 1-2 on the Seattle leadoff man.
Now there's one exception. The guy on the mound. AJ Hinch doesn't care. He might throw 120 pitches tonight. Why? Because he says he's better than anybody we have in the bullpen. Go get him, Tarik. Left, right, switch, doesn't matter. This is his guy. This is the guy who's been there for him all year.
You don't have to tell me that.
He's going to let him ride.
He's in there,
Will
buddy.
it hurt him? I don't know. We'll see.
Little tapper foul, still 2-2 on Arozarena as Skubal begins his third time through the order. He just struck out Crawford for his 12th of the night after he struck out 14 in the wild card series against Cleveland in Game 1 to tie a Detroit playoff record. A one-run lead for Skubal. Arozarena takes one in the dirt and it's full. That being said, now 94 tosses for Tarik Skubal, Adam Amin, Adam Wainwright, AJ Pierzynski. The weight of every pitch continues to grow and grow.
Especially with only a one-run lead.
Yeah.
And Tarik Skubal's now into his 90s in pitches. Every pitch means so much. When will somebody get up?
Arozarena pops it foul. Fastball up and into stardom.
Fastball up and into stardom, and then just a fastball all over the plate.
He was trying to go in again, and he missed. That's what good hitters do with mistakes.
Arozarena pops it up. Back of second. And the shortstop, Baez, has it.
Meanwhile, you've given potentially the best pitcher in all of baseball for 2 years in a row a lead in a winner-take-all situation.
Now he's sitting at 96 pitches. Tom Verducci told you it's been relatively rare to see Skubal go well beyond 100. It is Kyle Finnegan loosening up behind Skubal right now. 12 punch-outs for Skubal, the one run allowed on the sac fly in the second inning. And now it is Cal Raleigh, the tying run at the plate in the sixth of this winner-take-all game, with 2 down to the bases empty. Went after a high fastball and still pumping out 100.
And I think a little differently than Tarik probably, but, you know, after that swing, you're pitching him like it's 0-2 every pitch right here.
Foul back, and it's 0-2. And Dingler went out to talk with Skubal right before this at bat against Raleigh.
But AJ, if he's going to go 2 feet above the zone, you stay up there, right?
Throw another one up there at 101. See if he can hit it. Or do you go change up way low? He's so late, though. I wouldn't want to speed up his bat.
Raleigh goes down swinging on a fastball down the middle. And Tarik Skubal, pure nitro, to take down Raleigh and finish off the sixth. And he strikes out Cal Raleigh on a 101-mile-an-hour fastball on his 99th pitch of the game. And it's still 2-1 Detroit as we go to the late innings. Matt Brash finished off the 6th inning by striking out Spencer Torkelson. He's got Colt Keith at a ball and a strike to start the 7th.
Now, I know he's one of those guys that talks to people during the game and stuff, but he has the look of somebody who's out of the game to me right there.
Well, 13 punches, 6 innings, 99 pitches, and a huge adrenaline dump after he punched out Raleigh. You saw him get excited. I don't know if he's done or not, but if he is, what a performance. By both starting pitchers, really. Kirby also.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Keith, but now you get into the late innings. Kerry Carpenter's 2-run home run has put Detroit on top. Skubal has made it stand up through 6. And still a long way to go here in Game 5. Keith fouls it, still 2-2.
The last 2 strikeouts to Cal Raleigh were both 101-mile-an-hour fastballs. But that last one, 0-2. I think he knew he was getting to the end of his day, and it was a challenge fastball right down the middle.
Brash strikes out Keith to start the 7th. Back-to-back Ks to start the night for Matt Brash, ending the 6th and starting this frame.
Well, nasty slider here by Brash. Again, Tigers have struggled to hit sliders. But if it is the end of the night for Skubal, he retired 14 in a row. The last 14, 13 of them were punchies.
Ridiculous. It's the type of performance you hope for and perhaps expect from an ace.
Sorry, I take that back. 14 in a row, but he has 13 punches in the game. Not all total.
Lifted out towards left. Rosarena is over. He's got it for out number 2, and he shuffles it off to Julio Rodriguez as McKinstry is retired. 2 down in the 7th, and now a quick word from Strauss.
From the fields we farm to the fields we play, work wins the game.
Brash still has a huge job to try to keep this game where it's at. Julio Rodriguez is going to lead off the next inning for Seattle. Here's Dingler.
Well, we knew it was going to be this type of game. 2 great starting pitchers on the mound, and both of them delivered. George Kirby was excellent. Breaking stuff was nasty. Fastball location. It's lived up to the billing.
Kirby made 0 mistakes. He gave up 1 double really to Javi Baez. Other than that, did nothing. And Tarik Skubal gave up the 1 double to Josh Naylor. That was an emergency swing that he just filleted down the left field line.
This has been an exceptionally pitched game. Worthy of a winner-take-all Game 5 here in the American League Division Series. Toronto awaits the winner in the American League Championship Series on Sunday night. Fouled away, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brash with a chance at a 1-2-3 7th.
Couple batters today, at least I've seen Cal Raleigh giving fingers instead of doing the pitch count. Wonder if they're having a hard time hearing it.
Finnegan loosened up for Detroit. Brash floats one outside, and it's full on Dingler. Three-two. Into center field. Coming on is Rodriguez, and he will lead things off in the bottom of the 7th for Seattle. Brash does his job. Rodriguez. Incredible, one of the greatest strikeout performances in the history of playoff baseball, but he only goes 6 because Seattle muscled through a lot of those pitches. It's up to Finnegan and the rest of the bullpen for Detroit. Rodriguez takes one off the plate. He's ahead 2-0.
One of the things about when you face a guy like Tarik Skubal, when he comes out, it doesn't matter who it is, they're not going to be as good, and your whole team takes a breath and says, okay, we got rid of him. We don't care. It could be the best. It could be Mariano Rivera, Trevor Hoffman, the greatest closer of all time. At least it's not Tarik Skubal.
Rodriguez out to center field. Meadows ranging back, and he is there at the track in this pitcher-friendly park for the out. Let's go down to Tom Verducci with more.
Tarik Skubal out of the game with 99 pitches. What an effort. He has never thrown more than 108 pitches in a major league game. And I remember in game 2, he threw 97 pitches. The game was tied, and he was gassed, had nothing left, and had to come out. Tarik Skubal is a burning candle. There's no regeneration. He gave A.J. Hinch everything he had, especially in that last epic at-bat against Cal Raleigh.
101 to finish him off. Here's Polanco switching over to the left side now against the righty Finnegan.
Tarik Skubal, domination. That's it. And you see how excited he is. I think he knew he was done. And A.J. Hinch did say this. He's one of those guys that will come in and say, look, I'm done. And 99 pitches, 13 punch-outs. Absolutely ridiculous by him.
There's a strike to Polanco.
How about this note, by the way, Sarah Langs. First pitcher in postseason history with multiple 13 punch-out games in one postseason.
The only 2 others, Bob Gibson and Garrett Cole.
But that's in a career. This is in one postseason. Because he punched out 14 against Cleveland. Don't forget in the wild card round. That's incredible.
Polanco waits for a 1-1 from Finnegan.
And kudos to the Mariners. Because if he'd have had more innings, he'd have kept striking people out. But they worked him. They worked his count up. They fouled off tough pitches. He got into good situations. He made pitches when he needed to. He had a lot of 3-2 counts today to not have any walks.
3-1 on Polanco. Polanco fouls it back, and the count runs full.
Swung a ball 4 right there, I think.
There's the left-hander Tyler Holton.
That's for Naylor. That's for Naylor. If Naylor comes up in this inning, that means they'd either scored a run or there's somebody on base. He's there for Josh Naylor.
Payoff pitch to Polanco, and he takes ball 4, and the tying run is aboard for Seattle.
Walks will kill you, Wayno. You don't want walks. That is the one thing. Make him hit it. You don't want walks. It's free base runners.
That ends a streak of 15 straight Mariners retired. They have their first base runner since the 2nd inning, and Eugenio Suarez, who returned to Seattle this season at the trade deadline, represents the go-ahead run and took a home run hack at a splitter, 0-1.
One interesting thing about these Tiger bullpen, they don't have a swing and miss bullpen. They don't get a ton of swing and miss. It's soft contact, splits. And so that's one difference. The Mariners, they have swing and miss guys coming out of their bullpen. The Tigers do not.
Finnegan, the Detroit native, traded from Washington at the deadline. No swing from Suarez, the Venezuelan-born slugger who started his career with the Detroit Tigers. Grew up a huge Miguel Cabrera fan and then got to play with him in Detroit.
Do you dare throw him a fastball here? You just keep going split, 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 split.
2-1. And he throws him a splitter in the zone for a strike.
But now you've showed it to him a lot. At some point, he's going to have to reset the trap unless he's going to get him to chase outside the zone. He cannot throw another split for a strike.
2-2. Suarez in the air. Right field. Pushing Carpenter back to the track, and he's got it. Back to first base goes Polanco. A couple of deep fly balls from Finnegan deliveries. You saw the big sigh of relief from Finnegan. 2 down.
Ooh, he just missed it. I mean, that's center cut. And beat Suarez just because of all the splits he's seen. Carry Carpenter on the track.
Hoping, wishing, waiting, and then having to reset. Here's Josh Naylor. They'll keep Finnegan. And he'll deal a strike to start off Naylor, who scored the only Seattle run back in the second. He's got the only extra base hit of the night of the 2 Seattle hits tallied.
That's a great first pitch. Josh is so good up out over the plate. Down, he doesn't swing often down there.
Tapper foul. 0-2.
You can see how the difference is his aggressiveness at the top and the bottom. Right there. It just doesn't look good out of the hand. It looks like it's going to go low. Right here, look, it's kind of a one-handed, almost defensive swing. When it's down there, it's like that. But when it's up out away from him, that's the one he drives. When it's up out away from him, that's the one he can hit to left like he did earlier.
Two outs in the 7th. The 0-2 to Naylor. And he stays alive. Another at bat where Josh Naylor continues to make it tough on a Detroit pitcher.
I'm surprised. Well, this is his at bat, but I'm surprised the Detroit outfield, especially Riley Green and left. We saw Naylor hit that ball down the left field line. They're not a little bit deeper. The ball cannot get by you. Polanco cannot score. You cannot give up a double here. If he hits it over your head, it's got to be a home run. It cannot. They have to be in no doubles. And right now, for me, Riley Green is too shallow.
Yep.
You'll take a single. You'll take a ball that falls in front of you because you got another hit.
Probably Meadows, too.
Another 0-2 to Naylor. Through the right side, a base hit. Polanco will stop at second base as Carpenter comes up throwing in. And the tying run is in scoring position as Naylor has his second hit of the night. And the Mariners have life against the Detroit bullpen here in the 7th. And Garver, the right-hander who was scheduled up, will be pinch hit for.
Wow, almost got Polanco with the ball, but another great at-bat by Josh Naylor, and now the chess match begins.
A.J. Hinch coming out for Finnegan. The lefty Dominic Canzone was ready to pinch hit for Mitch Garver. High drama. Holton coming on for Canzone in the 7th. Tyler Holton comes in because the lefty Dominic Canzone was announced as the pinch hitter, but then Seattle counters with Leo Rivas, the switch hitter, who made his playoff debut in Game 2, but this will be the first at-bat of his playoff career. And now the pitching coach, Chris Fetter for Detroit, comes out to talk with the lefty Holton. His first 2 Major League home runs in September, including a walk-off. Tying run at second, go-ahead run at first, and Rivas will take strike 1. The 27-year-old from Venezuela, in fact, turned 28 years old today. Typically good for a quality at-bat. 9 years in the minor leagues before debuting in the majors this year. And he lines one into left field. Base hit. Here comes Polanco. Leo Rivas off the bench ties the game. First pitch swinging Robles, bouncer to short, picked up by Baez. He'll get the out at second to finish the inning. But Leo Rivas, who toiled through almost 700 miles. And Parker Meadows will take a strike from Matt Brash, who continues to work in relief for Seattle, as their offense was able to crack through against the Detroit bullpen following Tarik Skubal's 6-inning performance. Meadows will take ball one. It will be up to the bullpens now. Neither starter, Kirby nor Skubal, will factor into the decision tonight.
This is game one all over again. This is game one all over again. But the walk, the walk is what scored. You got to make him, especially in the playoffs. You can't walk guys and then give teams extra things. And my question for you is, if you bring Tyler Holton in, why don't you bring Tyler Holton in to face Josh Naylor? Is that because you're worried about Mitch Garver's at bat if Naylor gets on against Holton?
That had to be what it was.
Or where's Herder against Josh Naylor? I know Naylor got a hit against Holton in Game 4, but if you want left on left, there it is.
2-2 on Meadows. A.J. Hinch, the 12-year managerial veteran, against Dan Wilson, the first full season as the manager for Seattle. Foul by Meadows, still 2-2. A fascinating matchup. Fascinating pitching. Fascinating decisions. And a 2-2 game here in the 8th.
And a lot of tears from the Mariners fans so far. Game's not even over.
Meadows hits one on the ground to short for Crawford. Sidearm sling for the first out. No decision for either starter in this game. Tarik Skubal, the most strikeouts in a winner-take-all game in Major League history. He and Kirby were excellent tonight.
They were both ace-type pitchers tonight. Their stuff was incredible, but they both showed up when their teams needed them in a winner-take-all, season on the line. They both showed up in a giant way and competed their butts off on the field today. Both of them were great.
Here's Baez against Brash. Ball one. Baez hit the double in the 6th inning off of Kirby that pushed him out of the game. Brought Spire in to face Carpenter, who hit the 2-run home run. That in the moment gave Detroit the lead. Skubal finished off 6 innings. And then a sigh of relief for Seattle when they saw the Detroit bullpen. They're able to bust through to tie the game at 2. 2-0 on Baez. In the air, left center field. Over is Rodriguez. Back at the track. And T-Mobile Park will hold off another hitter. A long fly ball for the second out. And Matt Brash has been outstanding out of the pen behind Spire.
Well, you have to give the Mariners an advantage as Javi Baez just missed this ball to center field. Because if you're going bullpen for bullpen, as Dan Wilson's now coming out to bring in Munoz, their closer,
Kerry Carpenter hit the 2-run home run off of Spire in the 6th. Facing a righty. And Munoz, who's got one of the best fastballs in the game, also has a ridiculous slider, which gets a 51% swing and miss rate. Carpenter hit 3 absolute rockets tonight. 105, 107, and 105 the home run off the bat. Little number foul, and it's 1-1.
Are we sensing a theme yet from the Mariners? We're in the 8th, and it has been slider from Kirby. Spire threw the fastball, got hit for a homer, but then Brash came in, slider, and Munoz already slider. I think there's something in the Tigers scouting report that says they can't hit sliders.
I'm going to tell you, he was pretty close to smashing that ball. The speed got him more than the break there.
There's a 1-1. In there for a strike on a slider, 1-2. Munoz to Carpenter. In the dirt, 2-2. Clutch hits the last 2 years in the postseason from Carpenter. Big pitches from Munoz all season long. Two-two delivery. 3-2. Opponents hit just 109 on Munoz's slider this year. Gleyber Torres waits on deck. Payoff pitch. And tapper up the line, foul. Munoz, the 26-year-old from Mexico. All-star each of the last 2 years, but his best season this year, a sub-1.75 ERA.
He's tracking that slider pretty well. I think he's got to bust him with a heater right here.
And see if he becomes Senor Smoke. He goes back to the slider, and Carpenter takes it for ball 4. So the go-ahead run is on base. We have a quick word from Capital One.
With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy.
It takes, even the foul balls, his swing he was really close on a couple of those. I would have loved to have seen a fastball right there, 3-2.
Instead, Carpenter earns the walk. Here's Torres. Ball 1 on a slider. Fans in Seattle know Munoz for his 98-mile-an-hour average fastball velocity, hence the nickname Senor Smoke. A name he shares with fellow Mexican-born Major League reliever, the late Aurelio Lopez, who pitched 6 scoreless innings in the playoffs for the 1984 Tigers en route to Detroit's last World Series 41 years ago. Coincidentally, Detroit beat the Padres in that World Series. That was the team that Munoz signed with in 2015 and debuted for in Major League Baseball in 2019. Aurelio Lopez, the late Lopez, pitched for 4 teams, but got the nickname while he was in Detroit for that powerful fastball that he threw. The symmetry and the connectivity between these two franchises, and Munoz himself to Detroit.
A lot of sliders. Again, now to Carpenter, I understand. They didn't want him to beat him. He's hot. He's already hit a homer. Slider. But Gleyber, we've talked about, he's susceptible to the high fastball. Not only sliders, but he's also susceptible to high fastballs.
His 2 strikeouts tonight, both on fastballs, including one swinging.
And I just don't like. It's a great pitch, but you have a great fastball. Also, one of the best.
Go ahead, run it first. The 2-0 to Torres. And there's a slider for a swing and miss. 2-1.
Just not going to give in. He believes in that pitch. You mentioned the swing and miss, the chase percentage, all that. It's one of the best pitches in baseball. He's not going to give in. He's just going to keep throwing that slider.
It's just such a big speed variance from his fastball to that slider. I think it's more the speed than the break on it, to me.
2 balls and a strike on Torres. 3-1.
You want Torres out here. I'm sorry. You don't want to face Riley Green. Riley Green's a great breaking ball hitter, especially from balls coming into him. If I'm Andres Munoz, you got to get Gleyber out here.
3-1 pitch. And he walks Torres to put the go-ahead run in scoring position. And it will be Riley Green to come to the plate for Detroit with 2 outs in the 8th inning.
We talked about it in all 5 of these games. Walks, right? Leadoff walks, 2-out walks. Here's back-to-back 2-out walks to get to what many people consider the Tigers' best hitter. And he's good against breaking balls. He's better against right-handed pitching. You rush him. This guy throws 100. He hasn't thrown a fastball yet.
And it was a slider that Gabe Spire threw in Game 4, a left-hander nonetheless, that was left in the wheelhouse of Riley Green to launch into right field for the go-ahead Detroit home run in Game 4. Munoz fixing up the pitch comm right now. Kind of fell down after he delivered that last pitch to Gleyber Torres, which drew the 2nd consecutive walk, and now a meeting out there with the infield.
We've had a lot of meetings here. Wait,
Yeah, this is a good one right here. Just get under control. You can see his foot slip a little bit. Now he has a pretty big follow through towards the first base side, and he will occasionally get off balance, but you can tell his foot, he kind of lost his footing there. You've got to throw Riley Green a fastball. Breaking ball, down hitter especially. Got to see some heaters at the top here.
First pitch to Green is a fastball inside.
but when you haven't thrown one, it seems like 20 minutes. It hasn't been 20 minutes, but 2 full batters, 3 mound visits, a pitch comm issue. It's tough to throw that for a strike.
Green pops it up. Back of third. Suarez out. He's got it. And the inning is over. Still 2-2 as Munoz gets out of it. And he goes to work against J.P. Crawford in the 8th of a 2-2 ball game. Crawford takes ball 1, the longest tenured Seattle Mariner, after Dylan Moore was released earlier this year. Big cut at a fastball, 1-1. Two and 1. Now you see Logan Gilbert, the Game 3 starter, along with Edward Bizzardo, loosening up. And J.P. Crawford, who has a home run in this series, is ahead of Vest. 3 balls and a strike. There's a strike, 3-2.
Great pitch. 3-1 right there. That doesn't look good. You don't want to swing at that. 3-1, you're looking for a meatball, something to drive, but that was a perfect pitcher's pitch. Just above the knee.
Payoff. Fouled away. It's Crawford and then back to the top of the order, Arozarena, and Cal Raleigh is looming. Julio Rodriguez, if anybody reaches. Breaks his bat, flips it towards shallow center, and the shortstop Baez is there for out number 1. Vest gets the first out of the bottom of the 8th inning.
Left fielder Randy
Arozarena 0 for 3 tonight. Just 4 for 21 in this postseason after a rough September, despite a career year. Years of age from Cuba.
Very good strike breaking ball hitter and Randy Arozarena.
No, that's inside.
You know what I'm amazed by now, Wayne? And used to say, don't let a guy beat you inside. Now these relievers come in just chucking balls inside to guys, because used to say, make them beat you to the big part of the park. Not anymore.
It is 3-0 on Arozarena with Raleigh on deck. There's a strike. Will Vest, who was drafted by Detroit but made his major league debut for Seattle as a Rule 5 pick, now in his 4th year back with the Tigers. Arozarena fouls his sinker away to run the count full.
It's a great job getting back in the count right there, throwing great four-seamer away, and then a good sinker working back into his hands right there. Could have very easily had that 3rd pitch called a strike as well.
The payoff pitch. And he got a piece of him. It would have been ball 4 anyway. The go-ahead run is on base. And the moment that they have been waiting all year for. Cal Raleigh to the plate with a chance for the lead in the playoffs. Ball 1 inside. Breaks his bat as he flips that changeup back to the screen. I mean, a new piece of lumber.
That's a nasty changeup right there. See the movement on it. Starts middle of the plate, just darts down and out. It's right off that middle finger, right off that seam. With it, good one seam action right there. Causes it to tumble more. This spot.
Let's hit a home run. A 1-1. Big cut on a slider, 1-2.
Now listen, Will Vest has gotten him. Cal Raleigh's 0 for 2 with 2 punchies off Will Vest in his career. So Will Vest knows that. Cal Raleigh knows that. But man, you got to be careful going down and into this guy.
Take 3 shots right here to get him to chase something outside the zone if I'm him.
Runner at first, 1 out in the 8th. Raleigh out in front again of that slider. Goes down swinging, and Vest takes care of Raleigh. 2 down, and here's Julio Rodriguez.
You said careful down and in, but those were 2 very well located sliders down and in after that great changeup away. He worked both corners, nothing on the plate for him to hit.
Pitch to Rodriguez, fouled away, 0-1. It was Rodriguez who had the home run in Game 1. He had the game-winning RBI in Game 2, but since that hit, he's 0 for his last 12 in this series. Big cut on a fastball, 0-2.
See the movement. He continues to make great pitches. Exploit these hitters with that great movement he's got to both sides.
Rodriguez, who is just 24 years old, from the Dominican Republic, who left his family at age 14 to go attend a baseball academy. Signed 8 years ago with Seattle, debuted 3 years ago, the Rookie of the Year. 3-time All-Star. As a Rosarena at first. Goes down swinging on a slider. Vest comes up huge for Detroit and sends Game 5 to the 9th. Tied at 2. ninth in Game 5. Tied at 2. Andres Munoz facing the middle of the Detroit order. It's Spencer Torkelson, who has been Detroit's best late-game hitter over the last 2 months.
You can
Quickly,
see
2-0.
Munoz is just falling off so bad. Now, he always follows through to the first base side, but he's trying to spin these sliders so hard. It actually has the opposite effect. When you lose your front side like that, you can't throw it hard with your front side. You got to throw it with your backside.
There's a slider that gets a swing and miss from Torkelson.
At what point do you just say, I got to throw some heaters to somebody? I know the scouting report must say slider, 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 but wow.
The 2-1. Slider fouled away.
He gets away with one there. And Torkelson has improved greatly on his breaking ball discipline and also ability to hit him from a year ago.
2-2 pitch. He got him with a slider. 1 down here in the ninth. Came back from down 2-0 in the count to fan Torkelson 1 away. Now Colt Keith, grounded out, has been hit by a pitch, was caught stealing once he reached base in the 4th inning by Cal Raleigh, and then struck out in the 7th. First pitch swinging, line to short, caught by Crawford, 2 down. And now it's Zach McKinstry. Gilbert seems like he's ready if need be. Zach McKinstry.
Show me heater right there.
Yep. He comes back with a slider over the plate. 1-1. Suarez playing a little bit in at third base. McKinstry has laid down a couple of bunts in the postseason. He swings at a fastball. It's 1-2.
That's the one. Sometimes you just try to overthrow. You try to throw it so hard you overthrow it and it backs up on you. Just keep those good mechanics and drive it.
2-2 pitch. He struck him out. Is there a hero waiting in the bottom of the 9th in the Emerald City?
Bottom of the ninth. Chance to move on in the playoffs. Who will be the hero?
First pitch to Polanco is in there for strike one. Right down the middle, center cut. And Polanco held off. Polanco towards right center field. Here comes Meadows. He's got it. One down.
If the Tigers get through this is when you start looking at, okay, are we getting starters? Who are we going to get here to try to figure out who to get out where? Because you've used your main two late inning guys in Finnegan and Vest. So then you're like, Flaherty, Canely, Cater Montero. Who do you go to if you're A.J. Hinch? And the same kind of for the Mariners. With Logan Gilbert at starter up. Munoz has already been into his second inning. Where do you go?
Here's Suarez. Munoz did his job. Suarez takes a strike. Foul back, 1-2. Fastball down the pipe.
That's two batters in a row where he's thrown some center cut fastballs. One last at bat and now two this at bat. Two fastballs in the middle of the plate to Gino Suarez. Bold strategy, Cotton.
And see if it works for him as he fouls one into the netting. Still 1-2. Vest, a one-time Mariner. Against Suarez, the one-time Tiger. 1-2 pitch. Just off the plate. Tough take. It's 2-2. Suarez helped break the playoff drought in 2022 for Seattle. Came over from Arizona at the deadline for moments like this. And he goes around with a fastball. 2 up and 2 down here in the ninth. And here's Josh Naylor after Suarez goes down.
Just to heat her up, right? Bueno didn't do a whole lot, and Suarez out in front can't really lay off of it. And now just continues to go. Who's going to be the hero? I'll keep saying it.
Naylor takes one upstairs, ball one. The 28-year-old from Mississauga, Ontario. If Seattle wins this game, he'll play back near his home city on Sunday night. Fouls one away. It's 1-1.
It's hard when you get into these games against these late inning relievers to not want to try to be the hero and go out there and make one big swing, but so many times it's the teams that put something together. Throw a little double, throw a little single.
Naylor, no swing. He held back. He's ahead. The 2-1. Naylor ropes one into right field, a base hit. Another 3-hit game in this series for Naylor, and the game-winning run is at first for Seattle. And here comes Rivas. And it's A.J. Hinch coming out. So oftentimes you see the manager come out to make the pitching change. Hinch is going out there right now to talk to the infield as they prepare for this at-bat against Leo Rivas, who came up in the 7th.
Hey, Josh Naylor might try and steal here because remember he did steal third. It was a huge play earlier. Focus on the hitter. We need the hitter out.
Rivas takes a strike. There's a check on Naylor. Wasn't too far off the bag, although he almost fell off the bag that time. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Will Vest, who came on in the 8th, struck out Raleigh and Rodriguez to close the frame. Going to send this game to the 10th. Rivas trying to keep the line moving. Tension and apprehension here in this winner-take-all Game 5. 2-strike pitch to Rivas. Called strike 3. Will Vest freezes Rivas. Stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched that one go. Day 6 excellent innings. We'll face Dylan Dingler to lead things off in extra innings. Tied at 2, Game 5 winner to the American League Championship Series. And Gilbert pours in a strike.
And another slider. This is first ever relief appearance in the major leagues. It's crazy. But what does he come out doing? He's following the scouting report. Wait, no, throw sliders.
They've seen a few today, huh?
Yep. Upstairs, and it's 1-1. 148 career major league appearances, counting his 2 outings in the playoffs. The first time he's ever pitched out of the bullpen in a major league game. Tap foul, and it's 1-2.
I really like this move. Bring in one of your best arms, one of your best competitors. His slider the other day, if we're going to see sliders, his slider the other day was unhittable.
Gilbert home with a 1-2. Breaking ball lifted to right center. Rodriguez is over along near the track. He's got it for out number 1. What a night it has been. Tarik Skubal went 6, struck out 13, just allowed that 1 run on the Mitch Garver RBI sac fly. Kirby was just as good. Got pulled after he gave up a Baez double. Carpenter came up against Spire, hit the 2-run go-ahead home run in the 6th. And then Leo Rivas came on in the 7th and tied this game at 2 apiece. Here's Parker Meadows.
No.
Ball upstairs. Meadows is 0 for 3 tonight and just 4 for 27 in the postseason.
Can nobody sit on a slider? I mean, it's not that easy, I know, but it's just like slider, 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 slider.
At least it's a slider. When Tommy Kahnle comes in the game, you know you're getting a changeup.
No one can hit. People have a hard time hitting that. It's just slider, slider. I mean, for these Tiger hitters, they made one mistake with a fastball and went for a homer.
Here comes a fastball up here.
1-1 pitch to Meadows. Little tapper on a split that time, and it's 1-2.
They're not wasting time with that anymore, Wayno. They've given up on that.
I think you got to go fastball up here. I think that's the right pitch.
One-two delivery. Got him.
Like I said, splitter away.
Well, they didn't hit the split in game 3 with Logan Gilbert. Didn't look like they're going to start anytime soon. And this is one of the best pitches in baseball. The speed, the location, the non-spin, it's crazy.
Yeah, we've seen some major outlier pitches today. That is certainly one of the best in all the game right there. Logan Gilbert split.
Here's Baez. Swings away, sends one out towards left center, and it's Rodriguez to finish off a 1-2-3 top of the 10th. To the bottom of the 10th inning in Game 5. just down the street in Soto, south of downtown. Melton is on. First pitch swinging, a slice down the right field line from Robles. Into the corner. Victor Robles has the winning run in scoring position for Seattle.
That's what I was mentioning last inning. Sometimes it's the small ball. It's just moving runner. It's taking small swings. He didn't try to do too much right there. Just use the right side of the field. That's how rallies start, and so many times you see extra inning games end that way.
Bunt shown by J.P. Crawford. Pulls it back on a fastball. Trying to move Robles, who had just his second hit of this series a moment ago. The double to get into scoring position. Trying to move him over to third.
Weird defense, though, first pitch. Baez was doing a wheel play, and nobody else charged. It was a strange defense because J.P. Crawford showed it so late, and now here he is 2-0. Do you take the bunt off? He didn't have it on 1-0.
Second most walk-off hits in Seattle history. 7 of them for Crawford. Takes a cut, was trying to end this series.
I'm bunting. I'm sorry. J.P. Crawford can bunt. I'm bunting. I gotta get Robles to third with less than 2 outs and give Arozarena and those guys a chance.
He had 6 sacrifices to lead the Mariners this year.
Tough to bunt off of a hoppy heater at the top, though.
Melton deals. Crawford swings through a fastball 2-2.
It's also tough to hit it.
Yeah,
but I'll take my chances. I'm sorry. I know bunting is not in vogue anymore in the game, but you got a chance to advance and you got a chance to put the guy on third with 2 fast guys. I'm doing it. It's too late now, though, with 2 strikes.
Melton, who pitched 3 scoreless innings in Game 4 out of the pen, started Game 1 here. The 2-2. Crawford slices it foul.
That's a great pitch by Melton right there. He chased 2 at the top already, just took him a little bit higher. Now the question is, do you go underneath, middle of the plate underneath, or do you go back up top?
2-2 pitch. Popped up, left side. Green chasing, McKinstry out, and it's going to fall foul. And J.P. Crawford is given new life.
As we watch this pop up, I'm still alive by Pearl Jam's rolling right now. Bradley Green had a long way to go for there. He couldn't get it. Kinstry almost made a really good play.
The longest tenured Seattle Mariner, J.P. Crawford, breaks his bat, flares it to second, and it's going to be caught by Torres for the first out. Robles on the bag at second, and now back to the top of the Seattle order.
That's a huge, huge out without allowing that runner to get to third base right there. You would have bunted, AJ?
100%. J.P. Crawford has done it. It's not like you're asking Cal Raleigh to bunt. You're asking a guy that has bunted a ton in his career to get him to third so Randy doesn't have to get a hit.
Arozarena takes ball 1. So many big postseason moments in Arozarena's career, trying to come up with one more to send Seattle to the LCS. Winning run at second and Robles. Check swing foul. It's 1-1.
This kid, Troy Melton, he's got a great arm.
Yep. He's going to be a star.
Seven strong innings in this series. The rookie, the biggest pitches of his life right now. The 1-1. Foul back by Arozarena.
And he pitched 2 days ago, multiple innings, and here he is, season on the line, still pumping 100 up there. And they want him to be a starter? Throw him on Skubal. Woohoo! It's a good 1-2 punch.
Here's a 1-2 pitch. Upstairs to even the count. Made his major league debut on July the 23rd this year. He's 24 years of age. The 30-year-old Arozarena trying to end this here. 2-2 pitch. Popped up foul. What a battle here. Some power on the mound, some power at the plate. Just got a piece on a splitter, a nasty one at that, and Arozarena's still alive.
I don't know how you make contact with that right there. That is incredible after those good high heaters to make contact with a 91-mile-an-hour disgusting splitter.
It was high enough. That's how you make contact. That ball's 6 inches lower, he's punched.
Got him on the splitter that time, and there are 2 down. And what do you know? Cal Raleigh's coming up. Are they going to intentionally walk him? You have to, right?
No way that gets to him.
They will intentionally walk Cal Raleigh, and that will bring up Julio Rodriguez to try to win this game. Remember that Rodriguez homered off of Melton in Game 1 to get the scoring started.
It's the right move.
Yep.
It's the right move.
It is.
But in the back of your mind, Wayno, you just remember that homer and how center field.
Rodriguez takes a cut at a fastball.
He came back in, but it was down. That's the difference. Down and in.
Rodriguez chops one towards short, charging Baez. He's got it. Throw to first is in time. And the rookie Melton comes out and forces this game to the 11th inning in Game 5.
The longest baseball game I thought I'd get to watch today would be my son's game, UAB versus Georgia Tech. It went 12 innings, but we're catching it here in the ALCS Game 5.
Watch out, Austin. Here's the 0-1 to Carpenter. Holds back, and it's 1-1.
They just will not throw fastballs. They throw Carpenter like one fastball all day, and he hit it for a homer. Other than that, he's seen slider, split, and there's Melton just chilling.
I love that.
What a job he did in the 10th. Carpenter, Torres, and Green do up against Logan Gilbert, the excellent Seattle starter. That's off the mound and into right field, a base hit. Carpenter, the go-ahead runner, is on base. With Torres coming up, Tom Verducci, you're down to the field. You can add.
Yeah, just the appreciation of Troy Melton. Remember, he started this year at AA Erie in front of 2,000 fans on a 48-degree night. And here he is, double elimination game, extra innings. Very cool.
Still calm in the dugout as Detroit's offense tries to take a lead. Gilbert to Torres. Fouled away.
Kerry Carpenter, 4 hits tonight. 4 hits in an elimination game, and he reached base the 5th time when he walked. He's had 5 unbelievable at-bats in this game tonight.
He had 5 hits the entire postseason until this 4 tonight. Tapper foul, and it's 0-2. Good splitter from Gilbert to get Torres to weakly make contact. Cater Montero loosening up now. He saved game 1 and then pitched 2 1/3 strong in game 3. Gleyber Torres takes one, and that gets away from Raleigh. Onto second base and into scoring position goes Kerry Carpenter. A rare thing to see. One getaway from Raleigh that was delivered like that. It is a pass ball for the first time all year against Cal Raleigh.
Wow. And that was the split by Gilbert that we've talked about how great he's been on it. That's like a knuckleball. You never know where it's going to go. And the fact, wow, you see crazy things in the playoffs.
Torres lifts it out towards right. Robles is over. He's got it. Carpenter will not move from second. There's the first out of the 11th inning as that ball goes flying to Suarez at third.
Well, Gleyber tried. You got to walk Riley Green here. I feel like you have to take your chances with Torkelson. They might not, but yeah, they're putting him on. Gleyber tried Torres. To get Carpenter to third with 1 out, but now this is the 100% the right move.
Had a 2-run double in the 9th of game 3 to give some life to the lifeless Detroit offense. He's been one of their best late-inning hitters the last 2 months. First pitch swinging and a foul.
Remember, he had the big hit in game 2 that down the right field line to drive into and tie that game. So he's been up in some big situations.
I was just thinking about what Riley Green looked like on Logan Gilbert's split the other day. Couple of punch outs. But I hear you.
Waved on and missed on the splitter, 0-2.
It doesn't matter. You got this is the right move. I get it. That was a few nights ago. It's a different situation. You got to take your chances here with Torkelson, and then if he gets him out, then you got to face Colt Keith and take your chances there. Can't let the best hitter on a team beat you.
0-2 pitch. In the dirt, that's smothered by Raleigh that time.
I love catchers. They work so hard. It's the 11th inning and he's got this guy that throws a knuckle splitting ball, and he's out there. Yes, he missed one. Okay, but he blocked so many over the course of his season. It's incredible, and he hit 60 homers.
Smothers another splitter. It's 2-2.
That's a great look by Torkelson right there, man. He tracked that all the way in. You still not going high heat right here?
No. I caught a guy, Jose Contreras, that threw the split like Logan Gilbert. It was like a knuckleball. It's one of the hardest things in the world to do. But no, I don't think you give Torkelson a chance. You either throw sliders or splits and make him chase one.
2-2 pitch. Torkelson bounces one foul.
I'm just going off the scouting report from today. Okay, slider, splitter. From Logan Gilbert, it's been a little more split. I think you could rush him up, but they tried that. Now remember, they tried that in game 2, and he shot the ball down the right field line after seeing a million. So that's also in the back of Cal Raleigh's head.
Torkelson uses time here.
Couple of scary foul balls though on those off-speed pitches so far, and the way he tracked that last split. I think he's slowed down. Just called for a fastball, and if you do throw it, to your point, it needs to be middle towards the inside part, not away, so he can shoot it.
2 on, 1 out. The 2-2 pitch to Torkelson is golfed in the air to left. Arozarena coming in. 2 down.
They ain't getting beat with a fastball. They're not. They're just not. They've thrown one fastball for a mistake, and it got hit out of the park. Everything else has been sliders and splits and sliders and splits.
I know the postseason is about spin. This is an extreme version of it. Oh, this postseason game has lived up to the winner-take-all billing. What a privilege it is to be here tonight. Bottom of the hour here in Seattle. A 2-2 game 5. 2 outs, 2 on for the Tigers in the 11th. Gilbert, his first ever professional relief appearance. He made 30 appearances in the minor leagues en route to Seattle. All 30 of them were starts. He has not pitched out of the bullpen since college. And he's doing it tonight in the biggest game of the season. There is backup in the Seattle pen. Edward Bizzardo loosening up. He's pitched in all 4 games of this series. He'll be ready behind Gilbert. Adam Amin, A.J. Pierzynski, Adam Wainwright, Tom Verducci, the wonderful women and men of our Fox Sports crew led by Aaron Stoikov, directors Matt Gangle and Mitch Riggin. And here's Colt Keith. Missed the last 2+ weeks of the season with an injury. Did not play in the wild card series. Go ahead run in scoring position. Keith waves and misses at a slider. Drops. Whatever it takes in the playoffs. Carpenter at second, Green at first. And the 0-2. Down and away.
You call that a rally shoe hat?
That was one.
Shoe hat? Hat shoe?
Now,
never seen a rally shoe.
but he's doing it for the wrong team unless he's a Tiger fan, right?
You assume he might be, right?
Maybe that's
you can't make
maybe that's a strikeout shoe hat.
Maybe. Let's see what happens on a 1-2 pitch. Got him with a strikeout on the splitter. To win the game. Cora looks on as the Mariners come to bat against Cater Montero. And it's Jorge Polanco. And he goes around for strike one.
And I know Joey Cora remembers that because I've talked to him about it. He was a coach of mine for a long time. Cater Montero, AJ Hinch loves. He thinks this guy's got a chance to be really, really good for him. And he got the save already, and now he's in for the chance. He's got to get 3 outs to keep his team in it to hit again.
Nasty knuckle curve comes back over the plate to freeze Polanco. 0-2. Excellent job by Melton. Now it's Montero. Polanco takes ball 1.
Excellent job by all the bullpen.
Bullpen's been outstanding. There's been an amazingly pitched game.
Yes, the 1 run, Finnegan was a walk. Other than that, the Seattle bullpen has been incredible. The Detroit bullpen has been great. Tarik Skubal is great. You can't ask for anything more in a clinching game for both teams.
Polanco sends one out towards right center. Meadows is over. He calls off the right fielder Carpenter for out number 1. Montero has recorded 11 outs in this series. Trying to get 2 more to send this game to the 12th. Eugenio Suarez takes a home run cut and misses on a sinker.
No.
Even at a ball and a strike. Even the players can't watch. The 1-1. 2-1.
So much pressure on every pitch. These fans have not sat down for multiple innings now. They're just waiting on someone to be that Edgar Martinez type hero for Seattle if you're rooting for them.
So many big games pitched by the Tigers over the last several playoff appearances. The Verlanders, the Porcellos, the Fisters, the Scherzers. Going back to the last time they made the League Championship Series. 2 starving franchises. The pitch popped up. It'll be the second baseman Torres to squeeze out number 2.
Such a great pitch right there. Eugenio Suarez loves to get extended, and he took that away from him. He started down the middle and just worked that sinker right back into the inner third right there where he just can't get the barrel to it. That's a big-time pitch and a hitter's count right there.
Josh Naylor, who's had a great last 2 games. 3 hits in game 4, 3 hits tonight, including a double, a stolen base, and a run scored in the second inning.
You got to be careful here. If you're Montero, I got to make Luis Rivas on deck beat me. I can't. I got to make him. I got to make Rivas beat me. I can't have Josh Naylor beat me right here.
But you hate 2-out walks.
I'm fine with it in this situation. I'm sorry. I just can't have Naylor beat me.
Gonna put your best base stealer on first?
It's fine. I'll take my chances. I'm sorry. I just can't have him beat me.
2-1.
And he throws it was a changeup though. That was.
Every pitch makes Adam Wainwright's shoulders tighten up, especially ones that look like they're very, very tantalizing.
Both sides. We've seen so many pitches that have caught some of the heart of the plate there. That was well changed.
What a game. The 2-1. Naylor taps it. Foul ball, 2-2.
They haven't challenged him with a heater. It's smart. You make him get himself out because, again, Leo Rivas on deck. I know he got the big hit earlier. He's got to beat me. Josh Naylor's hit 20 homers. He's gotten multiple huge hits in his career. You know, Rivas, he doesn't have the same resume, and that's not a knock on him. It just is what it is.
He does today.
He does today.
Rivas' second career playoff game for Josh Naylor, his 24th.
I don't think these fans have sat down the entire game.
Doesn't feel like it. The atmospheres in Detroit and Seattle, outstanding. And a series to match. 2 outs in the 11th. 2-2 game, the 2-2 pitch to Naylor. Down the right field line, hook foul. Naylor in the LCS last year after beating Detroit with Cleveland. Montero, the Venezuelan native, talking with Torres, settling him down here in this big moment.
The longer this game goes, you know who wins? Besides whoever wins, the Toronto Blue Jays. They're watching both of these teams empty the bullpen right now and use up all their resources. They're watching that and loving it. They want them to go to 20 innings.
Sure. Toronto awaits on Sunday night. The Ontario native Naylor awaits a 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball lays off the curve.
He's going to throw him another one. He can't beat you. No matter what happens right here, Josh Naylor, this has got to be a 2-strike 0-2 pitch that he just has to reach for.
He does. Grounds it to Baez, down to a knee. And Montero comes on and retires the side. How about a dozen in game? Tom Verducci, whatever strategy, game, whatever. This has been amazing. We are so privileged to be here tonight.
The shots we just showed are the same as Adam Wainwright every time a pitcher throws one anywhere close to anybody.
Zach McKinstry leads it off against Logan Gilbert, his third inning of relief. And ball one upstairs.
I think what's just been so impressive is pitchers continue to step up and make their biggest pitches when they need to in the biggest spots. Behind the count, ahead of the count. I mean, they have stepped up. Everybody that's come in this game has stepped up and made big-time pitches in big-time situations.
1-0. Strike one. Bueno, you made a great point in that last inning. Toronto loves this, right? No matter who ends up winning this game, a lot of pitchers used tonight. Bizzardo is ready to go. He's been hot for a couple of innings now. The 1-1. 1-2 from Gilbert.
Well, Bizzardo's thrown in all 4 games, so if he gets in, this will be his 5th game and 5th time in 5 games. And let's not forget, Javi Baez homered off him after seeing him for the 4th time. So Logan Gilbert's their best option, Dan Wilson believes, even though it's his 3rd inning of relief.
Tapper to the right side. Gilbert's got a long run now. He's going to go to the bag. Naylor tried to deflect the ball to the running pitcher, and it ends up being an infield single for Zach McKinstry, and the go-ahead run is on base in the 12th for Detroit.
Naylor tried to pull the Tarik Skubal and do the football snap between his legs.
Long snap it behind him.
But as soon as this ball was hit, because of McKinstry's speed, it was in no man's land. It was almost the perfect bunt. As soon as this ball is hit, watch McKinstry. He smells it. He smells that knock. Naylor's like, I don't have anything to do. And he's lucky, actually, that he didn't get that ball by Gilbert.
A little Burley special right there.
I've seen Burley actually flip it properly, though.
As soon as that ball gets past the pitcher, he's safe.
Raleigh's going to go in. Check with Gilbert as Dylan Dingler will climb in, having already hit a home run in an elimination game this postseason. And the entire infield will get ready to chat. Dingler, the Guardians fan growing up, loved Kenny Lofton. A big fan of his coming up. Ended up beating the team he grew up rooting for in that wild card series. A very strong defensive season. And he was the best hitter on the road for Detroit this year. We'll get a look at Gilbert again. Gilbert passed 30 pitches in his 3rd inning of relief. Dingler just 3 for 28, though, in the postseason. He had an RBI double in Game 4 of this series. Takes up and in. Took over as Detroit's top catcher this year. Taps one foul. It's 1-1.
Well, this is Logan Gilbert's side day, so he would typically be throwing on this day anyways. Now, he wouldn't be throwing 33 pitches in this high-energy moment right here, so he's going to be a little bit more sore than side day. But this is an acceptable assignment from him, I guarantee you.
1-1. On the ground, left side and through. A base hit puts McKinstry in scoring position. Dingler comes up with a knock, and still nobody out here in the 12th for Detroit.
Bunt! They got to bunt. I'm sorry, you got to bunt. Meadows has done almost nothing in this series, but you got to bunt and make Javi Baez, the veteran guy, have a shot.
So here comes Dan Wilson. Bizzardo's been ready for a while, and he's going to come in. Meadows is due up. Tie game in the 12th.
wheel play, you draw it back and you take a whack at it, you slash. But
shows bunt, pushes it up the third baseline, foul. AJ, what you're talking about is called the old butcher boy play.
yes, the old slash, but he didn't do it right there. And Meadows should be able to bunt. He's bunted in his career. He's a fast guy. He's a center fielder. If they run it again, though, I cannot believe. Well, they're going to still want him to bunt because they want the runner there. McKinstry's fast at second, so they have a chance, but they're set up again for the same thing. This ball has to be bunted to the third baseman. Cal Raleigh's changing the signs right now because they ran the wheel play the first. A lot of teams will run it one pitch, and then take it off the second pitch because of the chance of a slash or a butcher boy.
Meadows got a sacrifice in Game 3 while Gilbert was on the mound. Now it's Bizzardo on the hill with runners at first and second and nobody out. And a little move back towards second base. Naylor from first had come all the way down about halfway towards home plate. Suarez stayed a little bit closer to the third base bag. Meadows shows it, pushes it. It is grabbed by Bizzardo. The second baseman is covering, and Polanco holds on for the first out. But it's a successful sacrifice for Parker Meadows, putting McKinstry and Dingler both in scoring position.
He bunts this towards the pitcher, but he deadens it perfectly.
It's a great bunt. It's a great bunt, and Bizzardo has no play but first. He almost throws that away. And now we get the matchup. 5 games in a row, Javi Baez has seen Bizzardo.
He swings and fouls one back, and he homered off of him. A 2-run shot in Game 4 in the 6th inning.
Now he hit it off a slider. Bizzardo challenged him with the first pitch heater. So maybe they're thinking something different. Man, we've thrown Javi Baez a million sliders in this series.
Baez breaks his bat, hit to third, throw home by Suarez. Tag is applied, 2 down. Bizzardo with a big pitch and Suarez with the calm play.
Yet again, another great sinking fastball, just running right into the hands. Again, another hitter that loves to get extended in Javi Baez. And he just got him to jam job, little sawed-off grounder to third.
Now, do you walk Gary Carpenter? Do you walk Gary Carpenter? I know first base isn't open. He's got 4 hits. He's reached base 5 times. Do you walk him and take your chances with Gleyber Torres, or do you just hope the odds are in your favor?
I would say walk him, but I watched that Dodger game yesterday, and both times I did that, it didn't work out later on. There's just no place to put him. I think you pitch him really, really, really tough right here. See if he'll chase something. If you go 2-0, you put him on.
No.
If you go 0-2, you try to punch him, they put him on.
Don't even mess around.
They're not going to mess around with him. It's an intentional walk. That'll load the bases.
Hard to argue.
And it's going to be up to Gleyber Torres. Carpenter on base all 6 times tonight. Torres just once in 5 trips with a walk in the 8th against Munoz. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Tied at 2 in Game 5. And a slider for a strike. Torres takes outside. A former Yankee, an all-star with Detroit this year. Gleyber Torres waits and fouls it away, and it's 1-2 from Bizzardo with the bases loaded here in the 12th. excellent with the bases loaded, Gleyber Torres, this season. Playing in his 53rd career playoff game. He's been on the biggest stages. Pizarro, the first time in his career pitching like this. Torres out to right. Robles has it. To the bottom of the 12th we go. Tied the game all the way back in the 7th. Montero pours in a strike to start as he begins his second inning of relief.
Couple things. One, how many times as we see the pitchers that the Tigers have used, Skubal, Finnegan, Holton, Vest, Melton, Montero, they've all been great. How many times, Wayner, do you see a team that has all the chances, doesn't score, the other team comes back and scores? Momentum swings. And what a better feeling it is to be the Mariners in a tie game. Because you know if you don't score, you get another chance. If you're the Tigers, you're standing out there going, we might not get up again.
Detroit has left 9 on base, 5 in the last 2 innings, in the 11th and 12th. 0-2 on Leo Rivas. Lays off a tough curve.
They had maybe their best base runner on third base. There just wasn't a whole lot of places that he could give up contact right there without him scoring. That was Pizarro. That was an incredible job coming in that tough situation.
Rivas fouls it back. Montero, 1-2-3, 11th. One-two pitch. 3-2 as Rivas has worked back into the count full. Robles awaits, then Crawford. Payoff pitch to Leo Rivas.
Ball 4.
Wow, laid off. And the winning run is aboard to start the bottom of the 12th.
What an event.
Incredible. To come off the bench, tie the game, and then now draw a walk.
How many times have we said it? Lead off walks.
Rivas gets one here. Now it's Robles. Toss to first. That ball gets away. Rivas is headed to second base. And the winning run is in scoring position for Seattle. Montero trying to catch him off guard. It hit Rivas right in the backside. That's why he was grimacing at second base. Bunt shown by Robles, and that comes inside. Did it hit the bat? They're going to tag Robles, and foul ball is the call.
It's not foul. It can be foul. And if it hit his hand, it should be an out.
Question is, did he attempt the bunt? And both managers are going to come out.
Hinch is going to say that if it hit the hand, then it's got to be a fair ball. And then great play by Dingler running out there and tagging him.
If it hits the bat and then him, though, and then bounces into fair territory, it's not a fair ball.
It's foul. But I don't think it did that. I think it just hit his hand.
I wonder if that's what they called, though. It was called a hit by pitch.
It was called a hit by pitch.
They're going to challenge this.
And A.J. Hinch is busting out the challenge here. Let's see.
Oof. That hits the bat first.
It's about as bang-bang as it gets.
If anything, it hits the. If the other angle shows it hitting the bat first, so it should be a foul ball. Watch, it hits the bat first.
Great job by our crew to show it to you as best as we can.
See,
it looks like bat then hand.
Bat then hand. That's a foul ball.
That should be a foul ball. So Robles, again, let me correct myself. I thought it was a foul ball. The call on the field is hit by pitch. Our replay review is presented by Zoom. A.J. Hinch is challenging, hoping that this will be overturned to a foul ball.
Man, that cannot feel good on his hand either. That was a direct hit.
I just don't know how it's not a foul ball from the angle we showed.
Yeah, it's a foul ball.
We'll see if they agree in New York, but gosh, that just looks like a foul ball.
Wild start to this bottom of the 12th inning. Rivas was down in the count. He came back to draw a walk. And then the throw over by Montero to try to catch him napping. Hits Rivas, gets away. Rivas to second. Robles was showing bunt. Montero threw inside. It was called a hit by pitch, and Robles certainly got hit. But if it hit the bat first and went into fair territory, it's a foul ball.
When you zoom in, watch. He moves his hand. It clearly hits the bat and goes down.
It looks like the angle changed. Is that what you're seeing, AJ?
It looks like it hit the bat and went down and hit his hand.
I agree.
Alan Porter, our crew chief and home plate umpire, with the call.
After review, the call on the field stands. It is a hit by pitch. The court has one challenge remaining.
So the evidence apparently not conclusive to overturn the call on the field, which was hit by pitch for Robles. But this is how the inning started, with the walk by Rivas, the toss over off of Rivas over to the side, and then the hit by pitch call on Robles. He had his finger out there too, and again, not conclusive.
I guess what they're saying is you can't really see where his index finger is exactly, but it sure does look like a foul ball.
Well, if it hits his index finger, the ball's not going straight down. Sorry.
Here's Crawford. He shows bunt. This is what you were calling for last time, AJ, to try to move the runners over with nobody out.
Well, if he gets them over, they're between a rock and a hard place if you're the Tigers, because you're not going to walk Randy Arozarena except they'll play with Cal Raleigh. Got to get the bunt down. Got to put the pressure all over the Tigers.
Whoa. First baseman is coming in. That's Torkelson.
But you can't walk him.
Well, obviously.
You cannot walk him.
Crawford pulls back, and it's 3-0.
You taking 2 right here, AJ?
I'm bunting.
I know. On 3-0?
Heck yeah, I'm bunting. Hey, I've squared around. I might take it, but I'm at least showing it.
It's a strike. Crawford dropped the bat thinking it was ball 4.
Nice frame by Dingler behind the plate.
Three-one pitch. Crawford puts it down. It's a foul ball.
Whoa.
The count runs full at 3-2.
That is really, really close right there. Ooh, man, that's close.
And Dingler was ready to fire. He wanted a force out at third. Winning run at second, nobody out. Payoff pitch to Crawford. In the air, left center, over is Green a step. He's got it. Back to second goes Rivas, and there's one down.
I would have kept the bunt on. I'm sorry. I still would have kept the bunt on.
Cater Montero with an enormous out right there.
What a job by Montero to get a key first out. A double play can end this inning and send it to the 13th. But back to the top of the order for Randy Arozarena. Swinging a foul.
I don't know if Rivas would do it, but if I'm the Tigers, I'm a little bit worried about them trying to double steal here just to get the runner to third with less than 2 outs for Randy. Listen, it's a gutsy play in the 12th inning of a winner-take-all game, but it's got a big lead. Rivas can run a little bit.
Arozarena. Back to Montero. Throw to second to Torres. Inning over. The 12th inning was made for defense. And Cater Montero, the pitch of his life for a double play to Low fastball taken by Green for ball 1. 0 for 4 tonight, but was intentionally walked in the 11th inning. Slider foul. Tigers had chance after chance after chance, could not cash in. It felt like the walls were closing in, and Cater Montero pushed them back open. And now La Piedra, Luis Castillo, is loosening up in the Seattle pen. Green takes a strike.
This has been an amazing game for so many reasons. Mostly the pitching and the defense, though, is what's been incredible.
Green fouls back a tough fastball.
Who's going to blink first?
And this stare down of a game 5. Green on a slider, goes down swinging.
Two nasty fastballs on the inner half. Set this pitch up, and he threw that slider. Started out at the middle of the plate, just like that last fastball, and then just dove down to the shoe tops.
Now Torkelson skies a slider, foul territory, and that'll get out of play. You know, we thought it was going to be a well-pitched game. We didn't know it was going to be like a game and a half of a well-pitched game. Skubal and Kirby, the starters, were excellent, but these bullpens have answered the call for a combined 13 1/3 innings, 40 outs recorded by this combination of bullpens. Torkelson takes strike 2.
I don't think one person is left either. Or sat down.
The tension relief of 47,000 here and everybody watching. It's going to be intense whenever this game comes to a close. 1-2 on Torkelson. Luzardo deals and misses outside. October was made for a game like this. 2-2 pitch. Torkelson lifts one down the right field line. That is heading out of play, foul again. The Detroit Tigers had to muscle their way through the wild card after a collapse in September, giving up a large division lead to Cleveland. But they were able to beat Cleveland in 5 games. The Mariners, meanwhile, won their first American League West title in 24 years. They overtook Houston. They beat the Astros in September. They swept them. Count runs full on Torkelson. The topsy-turvy roller coaster nature of these two teams' seasons has taken us to Game 5 in the ALDS. Payoff pitch to Torkelson. Called, strike 3. Back-to-back Luzardo strikeouts.
Well, he got him there because he threw a couple of sliders way off the plate out there, and you saw Torkelson tracking it, stepping towards the plate every time. But both fastballs he threw that started off the plate away, Torkelson took them as balls both times right out of the hand, but they both came back over the middle of the plate or over the corner.
Cole Keith takes ball 1.
A lot of movement there in that fastball, man. He could start it way off the plate and bring it back to the corner. Looks like a ball out of the hand.
That was actually a miss, by the way. That pitch was not. You saw Cal Raleigh set up inside. He missed it. He just had so much movement it came back.
Man, spin can save you sometimes. Fouled away. That's what playoff baseball has become, especially when you get into the bullpens. The spin rate, the velocity, the straight-up nastiness seemingly has elevated, especially for the teams that are in the playoffs. The 2-1. Strike two. And a chance for Bizzardo to finish off the inning. Three and two on Keith. Three balls, two strikes, two outs. Bizzardo wants to reset things. For the Tigers, their longest game by innings in postseason franchise history. Seattle fans know what their longest is. It was 3 years ago. Tigers have played more than 60 playoff games. They've already set some history. They scored 9 in their last game. That was the most they'd ever scored. This is the longest game. Boy, Mariners fans are getting used to this. 18 innings 3 years ago against Houston in a 1-0 game. 13 innings tonight in a winner-take-all game 5. Payoff pitch from Bizzardo to Keith. Woo! Got him. He strikes out the side. Has to go through the toughest three hitters for Seattle. Waved on and missed by Cal Raleigh.
It's just in all the biggest moments when guys could have got tight, they stayed loose, they made great pitches. You see the emotion and the energy. It's been amazing.
Raleigh has struck out 3 times tonight, had a single all the way back in the first inning, 4+ hours ago. Rodriguez and Robles loom. Flaherty. This is down low. 2 balls and a strike. Flaherty pitched in the World Series last year when he was with the Dodgers, won a title after being traded from Detroit, came back to the Tigers this season. Raleigh takes inside, 3-1. High leverage count in favor of the hitter.
It's the first time we've seen Cal be patient today. It's like he's trying to get a ball up out over the plate.
Three-one pitch. Raleigh took a big cut at a curve. 3-2.
That's a great job to get back in the count right there for Flaherty. 3-1. Couple of tough sliders he took, and then he came back with that great knuckle curve.
Payoff pitch to Raleigh. Upstairs, ball 4. The winning run is on base to start the 13th. And here's Julio Rodriguez. Ooh, close pitch. Goes Rodriguez's way, and it's 1-0. 0 for his last 14. Looking for his first hit since game 2. Takes a strike. Two and 1. Three and 1. Back-to-back 3-1 counts. Huge cut on a fastball. 3-2. Raleigh at first, nobody out, 13th inning. And back-to-back Flaherty walks to start the inning. And the winning run is in scoring position for Seattle.
What are you thinking, AJ?
He's swinging. He's not bunting, he's hitting 4th. And you got back-to-back walks. Polanco knows the strike zone. There's no way. Yeah, normally I would say bunt.
But you're not taking a pitch, are you?
No, I'm ready to go. First pitch, I'm ready to let it eat.
2 on, nobody out for Polanco. And Flaherty will reset. Breaking ball misses low.
Not a bad time for a mound meeting if you're the pitching coach.
The catcher can go out there also.
Yeah, you got to slow things down here.
Polanco takes outside, 2-0. Flaherty all over the place right now. 2-0 pitch. Polanco down the right field line. It is a foul ball.
Is that an interesting swing right there for you, AJ? He walked 2 guys in a row. No, they were both 3-2 counts, but 2 pitches that really weren't close to being strikes, and then he swings at a 2-0 curveball that would have been a ball 3.
Yeah, but it was a good swing. It was a
takes a strike on a curveball, and it's 2-2 as Flaherty's back in the count.
I'm just saying, from a pitching standpoint, though, sometimes when you get that swing finally, it totally resets your system.
2 on, nobody out. The 2-2 pitch to Polanco. 3-2.
You got to get a breaking ball here from Flaherty, right? I mean, that's the only thing he's thrown close. He hasn't thrown a fastball close yet.
I was thinking he was going to rush him with a fastball here.
Payoff pitch. Fouled away. Went slider that time.
Just because he hadn't thrown a fastball close yet. The only pitch he's had any control over is a breaking ball. And Jack Flaherty, one of the things in Game 3 when he started that A.J. Hinch said was, well, he'll spin him. And that's been his pitch the entire year.
Another payoff pitch. Popped up foul and out of play.
That was the pitch. He did get the fastball on Julio to get back in the count 3-2 from when it was 3-1. To your point, he's been a spin doctor lately.
Back-to-back walks issued by Flaherty to start the 13th. Winning run at second, nobody out. Another payoff pitch to Polanco. Waved on and missed on a curve.
I love that pitch. The speed. He's been slider, 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 and then 3-2 to drop in a slow curveball. It's gutsy. And you see how far out in front Polanco is. What a pitch.
Now it's Suarez, who homered off of Flaherty in Game 3 during his 3 1/3. Those are his career numbers. 4 times he's gone deep. Down the right field line, served foul. It's 1-1.
Just needs a hit. He doesn't need to go deep. Cal Raleigh's on second. The arms in the outfield aren't great for the Tigers. Probably Parker Meadows has the best arm.
Yeah.
But if he hits outfield grass and you're Cal Raleigh, unless it's a one-hop wicked line drive at somebody, you got to score.
2-1. Three and 1 again.
That's a good pick right there. That ball gets by him. Looking at second and third.
Double-barreled action. Herder, the lefty. Canely, the righty, behind Flaherty. Winning run at second. 1 out. 13th inning. And a 3-1 to Suarez. In there for a strike. 3-2.
These are some gutsy pitches by Jack Flaherty, man. Courageous pitches that he keeps falling behind and he keeps making pitches.
On slider or curveball.
3-2 pitch. On the ground, 2 short. Baez to second for 1. Relay to first is in time. Another double play. More clutch defense in the extra innings. 12th inning, then struck out the side in the 13th. Zach McKinstry will lead things off. And fouls one back. You are watching one of the great postseason games, certainly of this century. 0-2 on McKinstry. And this is already a historic game by length and innings in a winner-take-all game. Game 5, winner to Toronto. Sunday night ALCS Game 1 on Fox. McKinstry takes high. Luzardo has pitched in every game in this series. He's going to pitch with 30 tosses in this outing. He does have backup in the bullpen. A 1-2 pitch to McKinstry. In the air foul.
I'm a little surprised that we didn't see Castillo right here. Give him a clean inning.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe they're thinking that he's warming up for next inning. I don't know, but if you're bringing in a starter, it's always best to bring him in with a clean inning.
McKinstry fouls it back. How long do you think it would take somebody like Castillo to get loosened up for a relief outing? Again, something he rarely does.
Well, it just depends on everybody's different. If you have a big, long routine, could throw a wrench into that, could really complicate things. He doesn't strike me as a big, long routine guy, though.
Another 1-2. McKinstry golfs it out towards right center field. Rodriguez, he's there for out number 1.
Yeah, your question on Luis Castillo obviously is a major league starting pitcher and nothing but 247 major league games, all as a starter. The last time he pitched in relief is for the Jupiter Hammerheads back in 2016. That's Class A Florida State League.
How about that? So he hasn't done it in almost a decade. Gilbert hadn't done it since college. There's a strike. Flaherty has been in a bunch of different roles, and he has had to pitch in the postseason before as a reliever. He stepped up in that last inning for Detroit. Gilbert pitched tonight out of the pen for the first time as a professional. Down the left field line, that is a fair ball. Dingler on his way around first. He's going to have extra bases, and the Tigers have the go-ahead run in scoring position in the 14th.
So just like every other inning.
Yes. In the 11th, they had Carpenter at second. In the 12th, they had the bases loaded. And now in the 14th, a man at second for Parker Meadows, the 8-hitter for Detroit, with Baez on deck. 35th Bizardo pitch is high.
A lot of deep breaths, especially by these hitters. Everyone wants to be the hero. Can you slow the game down, Wayno? Can you slow it down? Slow your heartbeat.
You guys have played in big games. You guys won World Series. You guys had to grind through game after game after game. Coming up in big spots. These two teams desperately trying to drive in a key run. The 1-1. Meadows takes high. Neither team, especially these relievers, have blinked yet.
I'm wondering about the mound visit rule because Cal Raleigh, the number keeps going up for the teams on the scoreboard, but at least once an inning, Cal Raleigh has made a trip to the mound. So I think they just gave up. I think they just gave up that rule. I mean, I know they get one every extra inning. It just seems like Cal Raleigh's been at the mound
feels like
a lot.
it's been a lot, right?
Yeah. Oh, they just went down. They finally took one down.
3 left for Seattle, 5 left for the Tigers. That's how deep we are in the game. We're breaking down mound visits. 2-2. Top of the 14th inning. Skubal struck out 13 in 6 innings. Kirby went 5 innings, each only allowed a run. Carpenter had the go-ahead 2-run home run in the 6th. Of all players, Leo Rivas in his first postseason at bat in just his second playoff game. Tied the game in the 7th, all the way back in the 7th. That was half a game ago. In the 14th now, Dingler at second, 1 out for Meadows. And the 2-1, waved on and foul tip, 2-2. Meadows takes called strike 3.
That's a pitch that we have not seen him swing at all series long. Every time they can make that comeback sinker on the inside part of the plate, he takes it.
And with Baez coming up, having homered off of Bizzardo in Game 4, it is going to be time for La Piedra, who will pitch in the biggest inning of this contest, the 14th, with Baez coming. Javier Baez. Go-ahead run at second in Dingler. And Baez takes a strike. Two of the great nicknames in baseball, Castillo, La Piedra. Baez, El Mago. Pops it up. Naylor over. He's got it. To the bottom of the 14th we go. In a 2-2 game. A run wins the series. And still 2-2. Josh Naylor takes a breaking ball strike. Backdoor curve. Three-hit game for Naylor. Big cut on a slider, 0-2. Seattle still has Ben Williamson and Harry Ford, two guys who have never played in a postseason game available, as well as Luke Raley off the bench. Tigers have all 5 of their players available off the bench: Jones, Sweeney, Rogers, Ibanez, and Perez. 0-2 to Naylor. Foul back.
Remember, we talked about it when we went to the 10th, which seems like 4 hours ago. But during the regular season in Major League Baseball, there's the ghost runner, the Manfred man, whatever you want to call it. Teams get used to playing with the runner on second and no outs. Here, they actually have to manufacture a run from home plate or hope someone runs into one. There is no easy out.
Oh, 0-2 pitch. Golfed on the ground to second. Torres has it. And Naylor retired, one away in the 14th. So Leo Rivas will have his 4th plate appearance in this game after he got the game-time pinch hit RBI single to score Polanco in the 7th. That run was charged to Finnegan. He hit it off of the lefty Holton. Batting lefty against the righty Flaherty. Two and 0. Flaherty got behind everybody in that 13th inning. Had 2 on with nobody out. He struck out Polanco and got the huge double play off the bat of Suarez. His 2-0 to Rivas. Another backdoor breaking ball clips the strike zone.
He will not give in, will he? He just will not. He's just going to keep firing breaking balls behind in the count and keep making really good pitches. These are strikes. That's a strike. That's right on the corner, down and away. That's a perfect pitch, especially 2-0.
2-2.
Who's he talking to, Wayno?
He's a great self-motivator. That's what I was just thinking. He's having a full conversation with himself out there in the dugout as he was running in. He's got a few words in so far.
Flaherty's 2-2. Rivas waves and misses at a breaking ball. 2 down here in the 14th inning.
I think we're going to see Flaherty and La Piedra for a while if this keeps going like it is. I think it's their game right now.
Bulk guys, obviously starters, who can give you some length. And right now it is seemingly necessary. Here's Victor Robles. 2 down to the 14th inning.
This was the guy that Jack made a mistake to the other day. That Victor's the one that got the rally started for them. He hung a breaking ball middle in and he pulled it down the line
for a double.
No.
Close pitch goes Robles' way. 2-0.
I love that. You hear ball, no, and you hear Dingler go, oh!
Every pitch, more than 400 of them. Such weight on them. The 2-0. Inside, where Robles almost got hit for a second consecutive plate appearance. A controversial hit by pitch on a bunt attempt in the 12th inning. Montero got out of that jam with a double play. 3-0 to Robles. Taken all the way, and it's ball 4. The 2-out walk to Robles will bring up J.P. Crawford with the winning run at first.
You know, I was just thinking too, Robles' hand, he might have been up there and he wasn't even going to swing.
Sure.
His right hand just got demolished earlier with that ball. I bet he wasn't even up there to swing.
Does he run?
it's definitely a situation to get him up there if you can. Jack's quick to the plate. Dingler's a good thrower of the ball. It'd be tough, though.
Robles has been caught stealing in this series. That was at third base in Game 3. He stole 6 bags in 8 tries this year. Only played in 32 games during the regular season due to injury. A ball and a strike on Crawford with the winning run at first. Breaking ball waved on and missed. 1-2. Dingler's going to have to come out and talk with Flaherty. And the Tigers will use one of those mound visits. A historic winner-take-all Game 5 tonight in Seattle. Dan Wilson, a catcher on the Seattle in 2001. The Tigers trying to get back for the first time in 12 years. Flaherty's 1-2. Robles goes. Pitches outside. Throw down to second. He's out! Caught stealing for the second time in this series. Dingler cuts down Robles to send this game to the 15th.
I mean,
perfect throw.